Yeah, real rough week for University of Virginia.
Yeah. Do you actually know like what the deal there was? Like, I know it was a guy on the team, right?
It was an ex-player.
Oh, ex-player. I was under the impression he was currently with the team. Was he an ex-player in that he graduated, or was he an ex-player in that he fucking sucked and they kicked him off?
He's only 22, so
Okay. So the latter.
potentially the latter.
Yeah, the latter is looking good. Yeah, man, that's fucking. So I think I read last one was injured and 3 are just straight up dead at this point.
Yeah.
And that is fucking crazy. So he just waltzed up in there with a handgun and just started, blat blat blat, right?
Yeah, I think it was like on their team bus or something like that.
I actually saw that. There was like pictures of the bus had like bullet holes in the windows and stuff. Man, fucking crazy. I don't. So I don't think they really have like any super airtight motive on him yet. But man, fucking. You can't go anywhere, man. You just can't go anywhere. So all these shootings in America and everything. So
okay, yeah, he was on the team in 2018, but I think he hasn't been on there since then.
Well, if it was some anger thing, 2018 is a long time to hold a grudge. So
yeah,
I don't know, man. Who knows? So obviously we all feel very bad about that. People dying. It's not good. It's not a good thing.
Not good.
Not great.
And we also have to talk about how they came out. On another note, threw 2 pick-sixes to start their game versus Pitt.
Yeah, no, that's not great news either. The shooting's probably worse news, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll get in and talk about it. We'll go ahead and start off on this, and obviously my attention was a little split this weekend. The corn crab disc, obviously filling most of my thought process. So
Very important.
yeah, so quiet week. We had some good MAC games, but I don't remember any of them because who the fuck cares about the MAC? But Friday we actually did have a ranked team playing. USC just absolutely donkey dicked Colorado. Shocker. I mean, shocker. It's Colorado, dude. They're 1-9.
Colorado sucks.
Yeah, Colorado is literally like one of the worst teams in the country. So hey, good for them. Georgia going into Starkville. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, they made State's defense is so bad they made Stetson Bennett look good. So
yeah, I mean, they kept it close in the first half and then came out at halftime and just stopped playing football, essentially.
I mean, that's a recurring theme with both these teams. They both look, okay-ish in the first half, and then afterwards it's just whatever. Yeah, I mean, Georgia, honestly, like, they're still number 1, but I'm just wondering, like, because of course, last week they played Tennessee, and we all thought that was going to be the game. They've got to go up against somebody that's just gonna ring their bell, right? Just got to clean their clock.
I think that very well might happen to them because I personally don't think their offense is very good, and if their defense can't hold up, then it's pretty much over. I think when it's not a home game, and it's in a more neutral site, there's or potentially because I mean they're not playing any one of. I guess they're playing LSU in the SEC championship game.
And hey, don't count LSU out, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, even that game, like, it's still played like a few hours away. It's kind of close for them. It's
I mean,
not that much different than a home game. So
no. But the great thing is we're kind of getting there for the setup to possibly the rematch between Georgia and Tennessee. Oregon obviously getting knocked off. I mean, hey, if Tennessee sneaks in there to number 4, that semifinal game all of a sudden gets very interesting. So
it sure would, and hopefully we play our proper offense like we did this week, and not whatever the fuck that was last week.
Right? Yeah. No. Let's just hope that was a one-off. So yeah, whatever. So Georgia, it's a lot of question marks there, but like I said, if State makes Stetson Bennett look good, They got to be pretty fucking terrible because Stetson Bennett is painfully mid. Speaking of painfully mid, Indiana lost to Ohio State, who, I mean, just looking at I'm just looking at the score here. Holy shit, they just kicked the shit out of them.
I mean, Indiana's pretty bad this year, so.
Well, what's funny is like CJ Stroud. Well, yeah, and again, like State, if you made CJ Stroud look good, woof, you know, because CJ Stroud, who somehow is still favorite for the Heisman, does not ever actually look that good. He did in this game, obviously, because of effortlessness in Indiana. I mean, fucking, you know, I think high school teams can compete against Indiana. Nebraska, Michigan. I honestly just really think Michigan is going to beat the shit out of Ohio State. Like, not a blowout or anything, but I think it's going to be brutal. I honestly think they're going to come out on top on that. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I mean, I personally have to give the advantage to Michigan just because their run game is so damn good.
Yeah. I don't like CJ Stroud. We have talked all year about how painfully mid he is. And I just do not see their pass game being able to take the defense out of the game. I don't see Ohio State's pass game outscoring Michigan's run game at all. Like,
yeah, essentially, Ohio State has to get ahead by a lot early and force them to give up on the run, or else it's gonna be hard for them.
Yeah, and you can really tell Michigan is playing for the game. Like that's what they're focused on. Which, you know, not great. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but
they play Illinois next week, ranked 21, and then Ohio State.
That could be a little bit of a trap game, but I don't think it's gonna be. I think it might be a close first half, and then they pull away, and then probably start benching some people for the game. I honestly, I've never been excited for the game, obviously, because fucking who gives a shit about Yankee teams? But I'm actually excited. I'm excited to watch it this year, right? It has a lot of implications, so very excited.
Sure does.
But if you're a Tennessee fan, you almost want to pull for Ohio State, right? Because if Ohio State loses and it's a close one, I don't think they drop them that far. You know what I mean? And that kind of queers the pitch for Tennessee.
Yeah.
So,
potentially.
But then you would have to root for Ohio State, and that's its own kind of hell. I cannot physically root for Ohio State. So. Like, I have no beef against Michigan. I think Michigan's an okay team. They've got a nice stadium. I like John Harbaugh. He's a nice guy. But Ohio State, like, I just look at their logo and it feels slimy, right? Like, it just feels dirty. Like, I need to go take another shower.
I hate that I have to say this, but if the unthinkable happens and the natty is Ohio State, Georgia, I'm gonna have to root for Georgia because I cannot support Ohio State.
I'm just not gonna watch it. Yeah, I'm just not gonna watch it. We'll just pretend like it didn't happen. Fucking hell! Oh my god,
I'll watch the game for the show.
Sure,
I'll do it for the show.
Sure. Yeah, no, that's worst case scenario though. So let's not think about that right now. Let's not put that energy into the air. So. Hey, we talked about this one last week, potentially being a trap game for TCU, and it almost was, kind of. Fucking, if I told you the score of this game 17-10, and not in 50 years would you have guessed it's a Big 12 game, right? TCU and Texas.
I mean, it was 3-0 at the half.
Yeah, that's Big 10 numbers, not Big 12. I thought this might have been a shootout. It was not. It was the opposite. 17-10. Quentin Ewers lost this game essentially for them. Quentin Ewers
looked bad.
Yeah.
Bijan Robinson was held to 29 yards by the TCU defense. Very impressive there. And
yes. No,
that forced Ewers essentially have to play the game, which I guess is exposed that when he doesn't have a very dominant run game, he actually kind of sucks.
Yeah, he does. And, you know, was it a one-off thing? Who knows? I don't know. But, yeah, this was Quentin Ewers' worst game of the year, and he had a game where he literally, like, got murdered. So, you know, hate to see it. We're big fans of the mullet around here, so not a fan. I got a question for you, bud. Why'd y'all let Missouri put 24 on you?
Our defense decided to give up multiple 40-yard touchdown passes.
Oh, okay. Just thought that was it. Just thought you'd try that out for fun.
Yeah, that happened twice. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so Hendon Hooker still looked really good in this game. I mean, he always looks good. What am I saying? No homo, but yeah, he looked good.
It was a bounce back. Shout out to our backup though, Joe Milton III, who came in like in garbage time and just threw 2 bombs for touchdowns.
Oh shit, dude, he has a 100 QBR. Let's go.
Yeah, 3 for 3, 105 yards and a touchdown.
Man, that's nasty, man. I like that a lot. Joe Milton III. That's like a good old like. Oh, I thought that was a white guy. Huh.
It is not.
I thought that was gonna be a white guy. I was about to say that's just a good old like Anglo-Saxon name. Nope. That's okay. I mean, that's a strong jawline though. God dang.
Dude, it really is.
Dude, look at like the fucking Chad meme. What the fuck? Look at that. What? Damn. Okay. All right. Whatever. All right. Well, hey, the program is in good hands then after Hendon Hooker goes to fucking, I don't know, the Steelers. I don't know.
No, they're stuck with their QB.
I don't know.
Now, this guy, I'm not 100 on how, the eligibility shit works, but he has played in, at least as a backup in games since 2018, so I don't know that he is the future for us.
Oh, I didn't know he'd been there that long. That's interesting. Eligibility essentially starts like when you step foot on campus, but it does play into it like how many like when you start playing too. It's
right, I know there's the whole like Bama didn't want to bring in their good backup guy because they didn't want to ruin his eligibility or something.
Yeah, like all NCAA things, it's fucking archaic, draconic, and hard to understand. So I don't bother. I just let people smarter than me figure it out. So. Speaking of people smarter than me, I don't know what that segue meant, but Oregon lost by not a lot actually, and this was a good game.
Very good game.
I think everyone kind of slept on Washington for this. Actually, you can see by the win probability. Yeah, everyone's kind of sleeping on Washington for this, but I had to ask, like, were you not watching Penix all year? Penix. Were you not watching Penix all year? He's like decent.
This year especially was like the Bo Nix hype week.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
Like this week was super all Bo Nix is so good. He's now like one of the Heisman favorites.
Yeah.
How much fun and have a great time he's having in Oregon.
Yeah.
And he comes out and loses.
Which I mean, it was not on him. He was okay. Like it wasn't his fault. It just Washington wanted it way more. And you love to see that. You love to see the competitiveness.
You really do.
You really do, yeah. This was actually a great game. It was on pretty fucking late though, so we started getting to the end of this, and I was like, oh man, getting sleepy, getting sleepy because I'm awful disappointed about that fucking Coed basket. Anyway, yeah, no, good game. I think it's been the only interesting game in the Pac-12 so far this year, which is depressing, but true.
I mean, next week, UCLA. USC could be something. I mean, UCLA, I believe, did drop an egg this week.
They did, and that was I don't even know what to say to that game. We'll get to it in a minute, but I actually watched that one too, and I was like, oh my, what the fuck am I watching? You guys are supposed to be good. Speaking of supposed to be good, remember when Arkansas was good for like, 3 weeks? Like in September?
Oh yeah, they started 3-0, so they had to be ranked a little bit. And then
this game for LSU, I mean, you could just tell like it was almost like a hangover game. Beating Alabama, oh my god, we're the hottest shit in the world. Fucking go into Fayetteville and then almost lose to the Razorbacks. I don't know what to tell you here, other than you can put this game almost in 100% on what was the kid's name?
Perkins Jr.
Perkins Jr. Yeah, Perkins Jr. You can put this entire game on him. Greg Penn too, yeah, but Perkins was the one making the big plays. Arkansas would do all this shit because they got, I think they got 2 turnovers in really favorable positions and then just absolutely could not do shit with any of it because Perkins just lived on top of the quarterback. That kid showed up for this game and probably saved LSU's season. because they, of course, they were in the driver's seat, of course, for the West, but they did need to win. They did need to win out, and they almost didn't. 13-10 is a fucking embarrassing score for both these teams, and they should both feel bad for it.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm looking at these quarterback stats, and this makes me sad. Jaden Daniels, 8 for 15, 86 yards and an int. Orton, 8 for 13, 92 yards and a touch. That's just, I want to cry. That makes me want to cry, honestly.
It was a very different Jaden Daniels this week.
Yeah, and I kind of wish he'd been the one that we played, but
many such cases.
It is what it is. Speaking of us, we almost fucked around and lost again. Many such cases. This game sucked. I had no fun watching it. I wanted to die the entire time. But that's just Alabama football these days. So this Dart kid is apparently decent. Didn't know that. But thankfully, Bryce Young started figuring it out at some point. We decided to stop being the worst version of ourselves that we've ever been, ever. And we won.
Was Jahmyr Gibbs hurt this game?
I don't know, but they had him on the sidelines way too much in this game. And I don't know why, because we were pretty fucking effective on the ground. So
I mean, he had 3 yards on the ground this game.
Yeah,
so.
he
had to be injured in some way.
Had to have been. Or Bill O'Brien is just intentionally fucking us, which I would accept either answer, honestly. Yeah, no.
Okay, yeah. He left the game with an injury.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that makes me feel slightly less terrible.
Only a twisted ankle, so nothing too bad.
Oh, okay, that's good. But you know what? Hey, fucking just bench him this week, because I'm gonna save him for that fucking Auburn game, because they're apparently on their bullshit. I guess I should.
Man, watch out for Austin, PA.
It's Austin Pay, but yeah, no, it's whoop. No, I'm watching out for the fucking Iron Bowl, because these guys are apparently fired up because they got a coach called Cadillac Williams now, and he apparently sucks a lot less than the other guy. So I'm just gonna say it. They could fuck around and win. They could. You know, at this point, who knows? I don't know. We live in hell.
Robbie Ashford is really, really bad.
Listen, yeah, I understand, but it's a rivalry game, and in a rivalry game, you throw everything out the window, clean slate. Fucking, I just want to die. If we lose to Auburn, I'm just done. I'm literally not gonna watch any more fucking football. I'll just be on this show, just going, yeah, you're right.
All right, I'll have to do all the work. Right?
Yeah, I can't. Speaking of can't, DJ Ukulele still kind of sucks. But it seems like they've just kind of accepted that he sucks and have just tried to go on. It's like, who do we have that can run the ball really well?
Yeah, I mean, their season's effectively over with that one loss. They're not making the playoffs.
They're not making the playoffs. They'll probably win the ACC, maybe. But
well, I don't know, dude. Those Tar Heels looking pretty good.
Maybe. Why is Ukulele in the receiving on this? What? Did he line up in the wide receiver slot? Yeah, he got a reception. What the fuck? That's weird. I didn't
gain any yards, but I guess he did get a reception.
He got 6 yards. This Will Shipley guy got in -2 though. Shout out to that. Who was it? Was it TCU or Texas that at one point, like going into the third quarter, they had like negative yards? I gotta look that up. I remember.
It was Tamu.
Oh, it was. I knew it was the Texas team. Holy shit, Tamu is so terrible. We'll get to that in a second, because that's just, that deserves its own fucking. But yeah, Clemson sucks. Who cares? Moving on. Fuck yeah, no, they're so terrible. Yeah, here it was. Arizona, UCLA. I don't know what happened here, to be quite honest. I really don't. How are you going to lose to Arizona? Obviously, I'm just going to say a very vaguely political thing, but Arizona has been taking a lot of fucking L's lately. So maybe they needed this one, Like maybe they needed this. So I don't know. Fuck. Here's the thing about the Pac-12. Like, nobody likes them. And they just keep fucking shit up, but they fuck shit up like in their own little bubble. So I don't really care. But
I think is the saddest part about this game to me?
What?
So UCLA going in this 8-1 home game, only have 50% attendance in their stadium.
No, that tracks. Nobody in LA goes to football games.
That's just sad.
It is. It really is. But I think we should and in fact, you know what? With the political stuff, midterms are over. I'm gonna announce my run for president. Okay, and my first act as president is moving all football teams out of LA because A, fuck LA, and B, they don't deserve them.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, so I look forward to everyone voting for me because of that. Because fuck LA. And that's all I have to say about that game is fuck LA.
That's your whole platform.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck fuck LA. It's a terrible city. Never been there. Don't ever want to go. I'd like if I ever wanted to go to Japan, I would have to go there, but I'm willing to take that L personally. Speaking of L's, Stanford lost again. That may come as a shock to you because they suck. Utah
really beat up on them. Yeah,
they did. Utah is in their perpetual state of are they good or not? And this week apparently they decided to be good. So did Penn State. Shut out Maryland. Wow. And I mean, Maryland's not a terrible team. Here was your Tar Heels he was talking about. Drake May. Holy shit! This dude passed for almost 500 yards.
He's slinging it and running it,
and they did no turnovers either. You know when you have 50 attempts and no turnovers, you're doing something right. Shout out he's the passing and rushing leader, dude. I love this kid. Give this kid the Heisman. Fuck CJ Stroud. On God, fuck CJ Stroud. So, yeah, I mean, I guess
I'd rather him over Stroud. That's
100%. And UNC hasn't won a Heisman in I don't think ever. So, yeah, give it to them. Make them a football school now. They're not a basketball school anymore. They're a football school now. Which I mean, they could be. They're 9-1, man. They could beat Clemson. So, go Tar Heels, I guess. What the fuck is Tar Heel? Don't know.
I don't know, dude.
I don't know either. You know what else I don't know? I don't know who would have said something as stupid as, hey, maybe North Carolina's for real. Could you imagine someone saying that? That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Because they're terrible, apparently. How are you going to lose to Boston College, man?
That is bad. On
a last-second touchdown. How are you going to lose? I mean, and here's the thing. So first off, Moorhead, this kid's kind of slinging it. 29-48, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, though. 4 turnovers for the Wolfpack. Are you shitting me, bro? Bruh, how are you going to turn over 4 fucking times to Boston College? Fucking.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give them credit that one of them was a last play desperation attempt turnover that happens.
Oh, okay. Well, that leaves you with 3.
Still 3.
That's it's bad. Anything over 2 is bad. 2's not great, but anything over that is real bad. So, yeah, no, fuck NC State blew a fucking 17-point lead. Woof. Hate to see it, love to see it. I don't know. Fuck them. The Tulane ranked dream is over. Unfortunately, falling to the UCF Knights. Apparently, they're apparently just the Knights now. Did you know that? I thought they were. When did they start being the Golden Knights?
I found that out recently. I think that happened they called out Pat McAfee on game day for saying it wrong or some shit.
Yeah, that's when I heard it too, and I was like, wait, what? When did they stop being the Golden Knights?
It was 2017 or something.
No shit. All right, well, I mean, I don't think he'd lie to me. Yeah, okay, I'll believe it. But no, that's stupid. Don't, Golden Knights.
Oh, sorry. 2007.
What? What?
Right? No, I am shocked. It was 2007.
No, that's Berenstain. No. That's some Berenstain shit, bro. That's some Berenstain shit. That's we jumped timelines or something. Hey, maybe we'll jump to a timeline where Alabama's good at football. Kill me. Speaking of kill me, Baylor sucks. Who cares? Notre Dame. Oh my God, Notre Dame. How are you going to go on an historic
lose the Navy?
Yeah, historic comeback and then almost fucking lose to Navy? Come on. Drew Pine though, still looking good. 4 touchdowns. Let's go. I like that kid. I like him way more than that Asian dude they had. Not being racist, he just sucked. So
Yeah, pretty much.
Illinois lost to Purdue. Who cares? Those are terrible teams. Florida State, man. I called at the beginning of the year, didn't I? Said this is their fucking year, dude. Billy Napier has figured.
You said it'd be an upturn for the Seminoles.
Yeah, Billy Napier figured something out in year one, man. 7-3. Let's go, dude. Syracuse, the opposite, apparently. They just forgot how to play football. Just forgot. I don't know why.
I mean, that loss broke them.
They really did, but in a big way, because this was not even 38-3 is not even fucking close. Shout out to Schrader, 6 for 16 and 65 yards. That's not quarterback numbers. I think punters can throw more than that. Jesus, fucking, I don't know, man. Syracuse has got something fucky going on. They got to figure that out, man. Oh my god, this one's almost too funny to talk about. Speaking of something fucky going on, Vanderbilt finally snapped their 1,200 day losing streak to an SEC team against the Kentucky Wildcats, who is just essentially
the ranked Kentucky Wildcats.
Back to being a basketball school, just accepting their lot in life. I don't know what the fuck happened here. I didn't watch it. I heard this and I had to reread it 3 times because even though they turned the ball over twice, they still somehow beat. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, look, we called it pretty early in the season. It's a chaos season. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen. But even that, I feel like was a little too much. You know what I mean? That was the one where I went, I'm not buying this shit. That's a little too unbelievable. We'll do a quick cleanup here. Like I said, a bunch of MAC games. Who gives a shit? I don't give a fuck about any of these teams. They all suck. Memphis beat Tulsa. Shocker. Who cares? That Cincinnati East Carolina game was actually pretty good. I watched that. It was kind of a late Friday game. Real enjoyable. I love the American Conference. The American Conference and the Sun Belt are two really super underrated conferences. You're always gonna have some fun watching them, unless it's fucking the Knights or
I mean they're decent, but not in the playoffs.
No. Also not in the playoffs, but weirdly somehow competitive. My Southern Miss Golden Eagles almost came out and beat the Chanticleers. I don't know. Fucking the craziest
gives
shit.
You hope for a bowl game, though.
It does. Of course, this game was not one that I had on the list. I do think they're going to beat either South Alabama or UL Monroe. But it would have been funny if they'd gotten bowl eligibility from beating the fucking Chanticleers, who are a pretty decent team. Who's their one loss? Old Dominion. I thought it was App State. Now, how's it? It's Old. Okay, whatever. Hey, Sun Belt is Fun Belt, baby. Who knows? I wanted to find that TAMU game because I just wanted to laugh at him for a minute.
The TAMU Auburn game.
I want to laugh at Oklahoma for losing to West Virginia.
Speaking of West Virginia, I believe they fired their AD.
Good for them. I almost forgot UConn beat Liberty.
Oh, that's right. UConn got bowl eligibility.
Yeah, fucking. Okay, all right, man. Whatever. Yeah, that's crazy. Didn't UConn beat someone else this year that they weren't supposed to have? No.
I don't know. Those are all not very notable teams they beat.
No, who gives a shit?
They won the Cum Bowl. So.
Maybe that was it. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Speaking of Old Dominion, they lost to the powerhouse James Madison. I joke, but James Madison was really good in the FCS. So. Where are you, Auburn? Trying to find it.
It's down at the bottom. It's right above your alma mater.
Mm-hmm. Well, my alma mater was at the top because I have it tagged. So.
It's down at the bottom.
Yeah, I found it. 3-7 TAMU. I want to look at the.
That's with Auburn turning the ball over 3 times.
Oh my god. Yeah, they eventually got on the positive side, but I didn't find the message where I said it, but yeah, at one point in the third quarter, Tamu was in the negative total yardage. Fucking, this team blows. I'm looking forward to eventually. Oh, by the way, Auburn lost with 3 turnovers, by the way. 2 interceptions from Robbie Ashford, who, to reiterate what you said earlier, fucking blows. This dude is garbage. This dude is legitimately one of the worst quarterbacks in the Power 5 conferences. I don't think I'm being like...
Oh, yeah. That's 100% true.
Yeah, he sucks so bad. I don't know why. I mean, he went to Auburn, or he goes to Auburn, I guess that's why. But no, this game, I don't even know what to tell you. It was.
We have to give the shout out to Auburn for knocking Tamu out of bowl eligibility.
Yeah, no, that's super duper base. And hey, shout out to Cadillac Williams first for having the name Cadillac, which I don't think is actually his real name, but I'm gonna keep calling him that because that's a good name. But this dude is a dynamo, right? You ever see this dude up over on the sidelines? Like, he is constantly just a fucking hype machine. I don't
so much. This dude is so emotionally invested.
I want this guy to be coach of Auburn. I hate Auburn and I want them to lose and suffer and burn to the ground, but I like this guy. So in that case, no, I don't want him to stay. I don't want to go to somewhere else. Like, go to fucking, I don't know. Fucking, I can't think of a team that needs a coach real bad. Oh, go to Nebraska. Oh, yeah, Nebraska, too. But yeah, no, this guy, he's like an Auburn alum, because that was the problem with Auburn and the last guy they had, whose name I never bothered to learn because I knew he'd be gone in like a year.
It's like Harson or some shit.
Sure, if you say so. His problem is, like, he's from like the Midwest. Like, he has no connections to the SEC. Caddy is like an alum. He's coached there before. He's like, he bleeds blue and orange, right? You love to see it, man. You love to see it. Although, however, if the past has shown us, being super emotionally invested in a team for personal reasons actually almost never works out. Fucking Scott Frost in Nebraska, Coach O at LSU. Obviously, I think Coach O at LSU kind of got a bad rap. A lot of that was like personal issues on his end, and they did have that legendary 2019 season. But that kind of an anomaly with what's his name. I do think they kind of did him dirty. I think they should have kept him because, like, there is no team and coach more like iconic than Coach O at LSU. But hey, at least we got it. We had that 2019 season. They embarrassed us in front of the president. Whatever. But yeah, no. In summation, fuck Tamu, fuck Jimbo Fisher. Should have kept his mouth shut about Coach Saban. Maybe he'll learn next time, though, huh? Because he'll be there for a while. Nah, it's a fucking asshole. Okay, what do we got this week? I'm not even going to bother looking at the Mac shit. Who cares? We have a ranked matchup. Well, not ranked. One of them is ranked. We have a ranked team playing in New Orleans Thursday night, 6:30. SMU comes into Yeoman Stadium in New Orleans to play Tulane. Love to see it. Saturday, Navy, who gives a shit. You mentioned this earlier. Possibly, maybe a little bit of a trap game. Vegas doesn't think so. Illinois and Michigan. Michigan, they have them at 18. But hey, they've had Alabama at like 2 touchdowns for Tennessee and LSU both. So what the fuck do they know?
I feel like Alabama's money lines have been really bad all year.
They have. They've been real bad.
Spreads, rather.
Yeah, no, it's real bad. TCU and Baylor. I tell you what, talking trap game.
Surprisingly close.
Yeah, a field goal for TCU. This could be one to watch. This is a morning game on Fox, so you're going to have good old Gus on the call. This could be the one. By the way, shout out to 50 degrees at kickoff. Hey man, it has been cold lately around here, and I am loving it. It's great.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so that fucking I don't know who I like in that game. I haven't seen enough Baylor to know, but TCU has kind of been pretty dominant, so
I mean, obviously I want Baylor to win for,
sure,
playoff reasons.
Sure. Austin P coming into Alabama to get a fat paycheck and an easy dub. Raging Cajuns going down to Tallahassee. That's supposed to be a blowout. Who cares? Kansas State and West Virginia. K-State's only a touchdown favorite in that. West Virginia obviously high on that win after beating whoever the fuck they beat this week. I don't know. I've already forgotten.
Oklahoma.
Probably why I forgot, because they suck. Notre Dame against Boston College. Line on this 21, but Notre Dame struggling with Navy. Who knows? Georgia, Kentucky. You already know, man. It's Kentucky.
Yeah, I mean, Kentucky lost the Vanderbilt.
They
last
fucking
year,
lost it. Yeah, and
so
how are you gonna keep Kentucky ranked after that? I'm sorry.
those are the
Nope, that's
AP
this week's
rankings.
Oh, AP.
That's not AP. That's CFP, which comes out tomorrow, so it's not updated.
Right. This is AP. This
is. Is it? I don't.
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's not. No. This week's AP has Kentucky unranked. This is last week's CFP.
No, I don't fucking. I hate they do. Okay. All right. That's annoying. Whatever. I don't care. Okay. Fuck Georgia then. Fuck Kentucky, both of them. Ohio State playing Maryland. Boo-hoo. Fucking Miami, Clemson. They got Clemson big on that. Yeah, Clemson. Fuck. Miami sucks. Penn State, Rutgers. Oh my god. There's a bunch of shitty games this week. Holy shit.
Sure are.
God, fucking y'all playing South Carolina. Beat the shit out of them. Interesting. Now here's an interesting one. Ole Miss, Arkansas. They don't even have Ole Miss as a field goal favorite in this one. It would be funny to see them lose. I would like that.
It might be like last week's game versus LSU.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, go Hogs. Here was your Battle of LA you were talking about at the Rose Bowl. USC and UCLA. USC is not even a field goal favorite in this, although after UCLA's performance against Arizona last week, I don't know. I think USC takes this one easy. Oh my God. LSU is playing the powerhouse University of Alabama, Birmingham. Wouldn't it be ironic if they somehow beat LSU, but we couldn't? Certainly
would be a chaos season.
That's a disband your program moment right there, man. Who cares? Utah, Oregon. That's an interesting one. Oregon, obviously, on that tough loss last week in Utah. Which one will show up? That's the fun question. I don't know, and I don't care because it's the fucking Pac-12.
Oh yeah, the game we skipped over this week that I wanted to give a nice little shout out to was Florida, South Carolina, where the South Carolina punter had a third the passing yards of Spencer Rattler.
Dude, Spencer Rattler is so trash. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. He's just so bad.
Speaking of which, their only points were from the punter throwing a touchdown.
That's embarrassing, man. That's oh my God. How is Spencer Rattler even still playing? Because they have no one else. Well,
probably
they got the fucking punter apparently, but him a QB. Damn. Oh man,
you'll love to see a fake punt that goes 46 yards for a touchdown.
You really do, because we saw a couple of fake punts this weekend and they were pretty fucked up. So, including one tonight, which was embarrassing.
Well, that wasn't a fake punt. That was just a fucked up punt.
Oh really? I thought it was... Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Let's get in here to NFL though.
All right. Well, we'll do a quick breeze over last week's Monday night game. Saints lost to the Ravens. Big shocker. Not much we're talking about there. Yeah. I think we should just go straight into the talk of the night with the Monday night games. Since that's what's on all our minds.
Sure.
So Commanders, Washington Commies, the Redskins, the football team, whatever you want to call them, come into Philadelphia Stadium, whatever the fuck it's called, Lincoln Financial.
That's a dumb name.
And defeat the undefeated Eagles 32-21.
Oh my God, my mom was literally crying over this. I mean, not literally, but she was very upset.
I know she likes Hurts, but this was a good game.
Yeah.
Very sloppy play by the Eagles.
Really 4 turnovers. Of course, one of those was at the very end, but
right. I mean, the Commanders, outside of their mistakes, played a very good game of football. Yeah. I mean, they had double the time of possession of the Eagles. Their first half play, despite outside of the opening drive fumble, was kind of masterful.
Mm.
just constant 7-minute drives ending in touchdowns, super long drives. Their run game was going great. Picked off Jalen Hurts. Actually, that was more of a rip the ball out of AJ Brown's hands kind of pick, which kind of base. And then, of course, there was the face mask fumble that didn't get called.
That I can tell you, that's going to be the most controversial thing to come out of this, because it was blatant, man. It was just blatant.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It only resulted in a field goal, but
still,
is what it is. Then, of course, they get the ball back. Mans gets a 50-yard catch and then gets knocked from behind and loses the ball.
Yeah.
That was kind of a game over moment for the Eagles. They never got points back after that. So shout out to Tyler Heineke. This dude just showed some very large football IQ in this game.
Not shout out to the fucking gritty that he did at the end, but
I mean, he's white as fuck, man. Dude.
We gotta get together like as a country and just agree that white boys cannot do the gritty. Just don't.
Yeah, like when Zach Wilson was doing it. Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Don't even, man.
But yeah, my man's the two plays key for me from him tonight were when the snap was high and the ball went back like 20 yards. He got to the ball instead of just taking the sack and killing the drive. Managed to get out of the box and throw it to the line of scrimmage and prevent the intentional grounding. So that was a very good play on his part. And then just the balls for him to just take that knee at the end of the game, give himself up, and then get hit by an Eagles player to get the first down. Because listen, that was despite what Eagles fans want to say, it was a late hit. It was in the head. That's going to get flagged every time, no matter what you want to say. And that won them the game, so good for him. All right, back to the damn Thursday night return of the shit bowl between the Panthers and the Falcons. Previous one was 10 days before this game they played each other. The Falcons are really bad. And the Panthers aren't great, but their ground game, they just handed the ball to Deontay. Some of these names, man. Deontay Foreman. And he essentially won them the game, so not a great game. Thursday Night Football has not been great all season, so
is that how you say his name?
Yeah, it's Deontay.
There's no E in there.
I know it's spelled like.
Okay, you know what?
There's no E in Devontae Smith, so
that's true. But you know what? There is a Heisman.
There sure is.
Yeah. No. Fucking Thursday Night Football this year has just been like a weekly exercise in hating yourself. Has there been a single good Thursday Night Football game yet?
I believe there was like one or two.
It's been rough, and so it sucks because like you got the new commentating combo of Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, like great guys, but you never get to hear them because nobody's fucking watching these shit shows.
Oh, they do shit on the game a bit, so it's kind of based.
Oh, that's based. That's based.
And Amazon's paying $1 billion for this.
Not their worst investment, though.
Definitely not.
No.
So Sunday, we had our first ever game over in Germany.
Yeah.
What a game that was. Great start for the Germany games. Low scoring, but listen, Tom Brady, 2 weeks since the divorce, 2 wins. This very much felt like the Bucs are back kind of game. They figured out their run game. Admittedly, Seattle not a great run defense, but
Seattle, who has been on a bit of a run though, and has been looking good.
They're 6-4. They're not a bad team.
Oh no. And that him being 2-0 since the divorce, man. I mean, you got to look at that and go, what's going on there, Brady? What's going on there? That maybe answers a lot of like the off-season him retiring, him not retiring questions.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I mean, the Bucs barely punted in this game. They had extremely questionable play call where they decided to have Leonard Fournette throw the ball to Brady, and that got picked off. Big shocker. But besides that, they played a pretty clean game, scored on most of their drives. Not a lot of drives in this game total. And the German crowd was pretty fantastic in this. They were singing Country Roads at one point
Yeah, what was up with that?
in the
Like,
game.
what the fuck does that have to do with either of these teams?
Uh, I guess that's just a drunk German thing. They really love Country Roads.
It is. It's a great song.
I was reading some replies on it on Twitter as I do. I like reading sports Twitter replies because people are batshit crazy.
Sure.
And apparently that's just like a thing at German pubs where they just like get drunk as fuck and start singing Country Roads and other American songs.
All right. I mean, hey, sure, why not?
Apparently they were also singing Sweet Caroline during Brady's interview after the win. So yeah, the NFL announced at least 4 more years of Germany games.
Cool.
Which, honestly, maybe this is contra, but let's get rid of the London games and move them all to Germany because the crowd was way better for here than the London one.
Yeah. Also, England doesn't deserve anything nice, so.
Very true.
Neither does Germany really either, but if they're going to at least appreciate it, we'll give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, that stadium was packed. The whole instantly sold out all the tickets. Clearly, they were super hyped up for the game. So, you know what? You love to see that. Clearly, they're there for the games. And Brady might be back. I know I said last week that you never can bet against Brady. You were saying, hey, maybe he's back. And, can't argue otherwise right now.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. All you had to do was dump the bitch and say that's all it took. Oh, and apparently lose like half your money in a crypto scam, too. But, hey, yeah, whatever.
He's got that $370 million coming from Fox.
He ain't sweating. In fact, if you think about it, kind of 500 IQ, right? During the divorce, lose all your money in a crypto scam. She gets nothing. You get your contract later on that she doesn't have dibs to. You come back. Easy, dude.
Right, and also you convinced her to drop a lot of her money into that crypto scam as well.
Good point. Hey, like sometimes for the big score, you got to take a little hit. So, yeah, okay. This is stupid shit ever. Oh man!
All right, well, getting into the real game of the week.
This one, what a fucking game, dude!
This game was fantastic.
It really
the Bills were running away with it early on, but then Justin Jefferson is too good at football and just made unbelievable catch after unbelievable catch to bring the Vikings back. And just when you thought it was over, like, what was it, less than a minute left in the game, the Vikings turn it over on downs at the 1-yard line. Josh Allen fumbles the snap.
That was the most insane part. Like, how do you fuck that up?
So, here's my take on it. Yeah, they fucked it up. But really, Josh Allen has not been playing clean lately. They lost last week. They lost this week. He's been turning over the ball a lot. And if he doesn't get that fixed, the Bills are not going to go on the run they want to go on. I'll say it now.
Yeah, no, that's got to get cleaned up, man.
They had 4 turnovers. One was essentially, 2 of them were essentially game-losing turnovers.
Yeah, like not to take anything away from the Vikings, but this was an easily winnable game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the Bills had this one locked down until they kept turning the ball over. So
yeah.
And that dropped Buffalo to 3rd place in the AFC East. So like, they really got to figure it out, or else they're gonna be playing through the wild card. Probably having to go play the Chiefs in Chiefs Stadium.
Oh no,
the Chiefs are back in top, of course.
Mm-hmm. Hate to see it.
You really do.
Hate to see this one too.
Bears.
Fucking toilet bowl of the week.
What do you mean, dude? This game was great. You love to see the Lions with back-to-back wins against divisional rivals.
Yeah, I guess so.
people once again hyping up Fields with all his incredible play.
Oh my God!
Sure,
Look at those stats: 12 and 20.
He's good on the ground, but when your quarterback can't sling the rock for shit, you lose games.
Yeah, no,
You're 3-7.
he'd be a great running back, but put him at running back.
Pretty much, but obviously quarterback gets paid a whole lot more.
Oh
It's
yeah,
never
yeah.
gonna happen.
Oh no.
And I think that's gonna be a constant problem for the Bears. Just Fields is not the quarterback of the future. He's gonna get hurt, and all his running game is gonna go to shit.
Mhm.
And yeah, shout out to the Lions. They're obviously not gonna make the playoffs, but
But they're gonna ruin a lot of other people's season on the way there.
in their mind, they won the Super Bowl, beating the Packers and then the Bears the next week.
Oh yeah, you just like if you from a purely Midwest perspective, the Lions are the world champs right now.
I mean, ignore the 8-1 Vikings. The Lions.
Yeah, who cares about them?
Now here's a game no one actually watched: Broncos Titans.
I literally didn't even know it happened.
It was bad. The Broncos got up early, I think, and then the Titans came back. And I don't know. Let's Ride Country is not Let's Ride.
Man, Derrick Henry's looking awful mid too. That's the painful part.
He is. I think that's a mix of the team around him is rather mid, and it's making it harder for him to, go off. Because you still get vintage Derrick Henry moments out of him.
Right.
It's just not every single week like it used to be, which kind of
It's not. Yeah, it's not consistent.
I don't know. We could see Henry moving on to a new team and bouncing back though if he has to. So, yeah, not a lot to talk about that game though. Jaguars Chiefs. I mean, big shocker. The Chiefs beat the Jaguars at home.
Yeah, but it wasn't just a runaway or anything.
3 turnovers though. Well, I mean, it was 10-27 until like a kind of garbage time quarter touchdown, but
yeah, they kind of got up early and just kind of pumped the brakes.
Yeah, so like really the Jaguars fucked this game up from the start. They had a successful onside kick to start the game that went literally nowhere. They just instantly like 3 and out and punted.
Oof.
Then they forced a fumble like as the Chiefs were about to score. Again, go 3 and out and just punt it away. And then the Chiefs stepped on the gas and shoved it down their throat.
Yeah, I mean, considering they turned the Chiefs turned the ball over 3 times in this game and still won. I mean, that's oof.
I don't know, dude. The Jaguars are a team without identity. They find ways to lose every week, despite sometimes looking decent. I still personally believe in Trevor Lawrence, but it might not be on the Jaguars that he gets his career going, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately not. The Jaguars is just like, because we're talking about, like a couple of weeks ago with like the Dolphins, right? The Dolphins went through this long stretch where like, front office interference. I mean, I'm talking decades, and they just could not get shit going. It really feels the same way with the Jags, but they show zero signs of actually trying to like right the ship in any meaningful way.
Right, and like they made it to the AFC Championship game in like 2017 or 2018, lost to the Patriots, and then just blew up the whole team.
Yeah,
and have been just like number 1 picks back-to-back years most recently, and just terrible ever since.
And Trevor Lawrence, who is an amazing quarterback, man, much in the same way that Tua is an amazing quarterback. But whereas Miami's just gone, it's like, all right, we have our franchise guy, even though after that was a little dubious for a couple of years. We have our franchise guy. Let's fucking do this. Let's make a run. And they are. And
yeah, I think that's honestly a great comparison, like getting into the Browns-Dolphins game. Honestly, I think Tua, potential MVP candidate, he's playing fantastic football.
Yeah, he puts
the
up
Dolphins. Go ahead.
He puts up college numbers every game. It's insane.
He really does. And with the Bills playing how they're playing right now, the Dolphins are my current favorite to go all the way.
And I tell you what, Jacoby Brissett is not a terrible quarterback, like at all.
He's painfully mid.
Okay, sorry. I'm saying that in the context of the Browns.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won them 3 games, so that is what it is.
And,
so let me put that into context.
Hold on. He didn't.
Playing how
Put
well
it this
he
way:
does.
he didn't win them 3 games. He kept them from losing 3 games at least. So
sure, but he's doing his okay performance despite having the Browns having one of the best run offenses in the league. So
right. Yeah,
if you can't put up decent stats with a very good run offense, like you probably shouldn't even be in the NFL.
Solid point, actually.
But yeah, the real high points of this game, despite the Dolphins just beating the shit out of the Browns, were Tua did not go to Tyreek and Waddle as much as usual. Like he really spread the rock around here, proving that he can do it with all his receivers. It doesn't have to be those two. And Jeff Wilson Jr., which they got 2 weeks ago from the Niners, what a great trade for the Dolphins. Of course, Jeff Wilson probably had 0 issues picking up the offense since their head coach, Mike McDaniel, was the Niners OC previously. And what a guy that is. 7-3, undefeated with 2 at the helm. But, obviously that's an asterisk, but I feel like it's worth mentioning. And you got to watch out for them Dolphins. They're going to go on a run.
Mm-hmm. I'm still laughing so hard that they're 7-3, but realistically could just be undefeated right now if Tua doesn't get hurt.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, who did they even lose to? The Bengals, the Jets, and the Vikings. Yeah, I mean,
I feel
like he could.
The Vikings, you could make an argument there, but the other two, nah.
Yeah, but the Vikings barely beat them with. So I think with Tua, they would have won. That's where I'll put it.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Woulda, shoulda, coulda. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Giants Texans. Not a clean game in any sort by the Giants. There were a lot of very bad fuck ups, but we pulled off the dub. We're 7-2, having a great time. Shout out to Saquon, 152 yards in the ground.
That is very impressive.
Speaking of which, shout out Daniel Jones. Apparently had a QB rating of 153.3 this week.
Jesus.
Which is 5 points off the max, despite going 13-17, 197 yards. But hey, we'll take it. A win is a win. Saints Steelers. Your Saints are still having a rough one.
Dude, I just fucking the redheaded menace. Just shoot him. Like it's New Orleans. It's not that hard. Just somebody shoot him. In Minecraft,
yeah,
of course.
I do believe Dennis Allen, I think his name is, head coach, has finally said, all right, we might have to consider a QB change again.
Oh, now? Fucking okay. All right.
Now that the season's effectively over for you guys.
Who even is Ian Book still on the roster?
I don't believe so. I want to say he's like up in Minnesota or some shit.
Oh. Here we got. Oh no, we have
he's
no one
on the Eagles.
We have no one. We have Andy Dalton, James Winston, and Taysom Hill, who, Taysom Hill. Fuck. Oh, that is... Dude, the cupboard is bare in New Orleans. What the fuck?
It's a rough one for you guys.
Dude, look at all these red letters. Oh, my God. So Ingram's just straight up out. He's just out.
Yep.
Dude, oh, my God. This sucks. This sucks so bad. This sucks so bad.
It is very bad, yes.
I hadn't seen this. I had not seen this depth chart, actually. This is depressing. I don't want to look at this anymore. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the Saints suck. The Steelers get a win off how bad the Saints are, so.
Yeah.
Big shocker.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Colts. Finally get a win against the Raiders. New head coach Jeff Saturday. That was a big controversy in the. Of course, he's the only coaching Jeff Saturday has done is as a high school head coach. So not a ton of coaching experience. did play for the Colts for 14 years in the Peyton Manning era, so like he's familiar with the organization, but definitely not a coach.
Mm-hmm.
Comes in, picks the, I believe, quarterback coach to be the new play caller for the team. Probably because he's like the only guy in the building that knows the offense still. And they come in and get a dub. They bring Matt Ryan back as quarterback. They gave up on the whole Sam Ellinger thing. So hey, people can hate on the Jeff Saturday pick, but they got the dub. I believe the Colts owner was even like talking a bit of shit over the win. A second, let me look.
Kind of based if true.
Yeah, he said, "All you critics, you criticize all of us in the NFL for losing. When we make moves to win, you act so righteous. Quote unquote, who you crapping just to win, baby."
Oh,
So shout out,
painfully based.
shout out to Jim Irsay, one of the Colts, super old dude talking
Yeah.
shit for
Yeah.
people hating on his Jeff Saturday hire.
No, Jim Irsay is great. He's probably one of the best owners in the league. Always has
He
been.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they may go on to lose the rest of their games,
Sure.
but hey, they got that initial win. That's all that they want right now,
Mm-hmm.
week to week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the Colts actually looked. I know they're playing the Raiders 2-7, one of the worst teams in football right now. But they looked like a good team in this game. Matt Ryan put up some decent passing. Jonathan Taylor is back apparently. So hey, maybe a bright future for them with the only 2 wins behind the Titans.
Mm-hmm.
That's a potential to make that up.
Mm-hmm.
So Aaron Rodgers won a game. I know, big shocker. This one was a difficult game for me because I wanted both teams to lose. Because obviously I wanted the Cowboys to lose because it bumps the Giants up a spot in the East, which it did. Now second instead of third. But also I wanted to see the Packers continue to lose nonstop, but hey, I guess they connected with this Christian Watson guy, apparently out of North Dakota State. I mean, who's heard of that school? 4 catches, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns to get them the win. I forgot this game went to overtime. Oh, that's right. The Cowboys chose to go for it in 4th and 3rd in overtime, and they lost the game on that play. I tell you what.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this was just Mike McCarthy, just happy to be back at Lambeau. You know,
Mike McCarthy return game. This might have been the first time they played in Lambeau since he left. If I remember correctly.
I feel like I've heard that before, but maybe not. But yeah, no, it's, you know, hey, it was nice to go back to, you know, the old stomping grounds. Give them the dub for some reason. Jesus Christ. Imagine losing to the Packers. Imagine losing to Aaron Rodgers.
Couldn't be the Giants.
Imagine losing to Aaron Rodgers in the year of our Lord 2022. Oh, because he's fired up now. Aaron Rodgers is fired up now. Yeah. So that's great. That's amazing.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers fired up now. He found a receiver in Christian Watson he can trust with the ball. So
yeah,
I guess good luck to the rest of the teams. I mean, the Giants beat him already this season. We don't play him again, so not my problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to the rest of the teams, but also the Packers are 4 wins behind the Vikings.
Never count out Aaron Rodgers.
Sure, but they do have a bit of a ways to go with.
Sure. I've seen crazier shit happen, so.
Yeah, me too. Now here's the real literal who the fuck cares game of the week. Cardinals Rams.
Oh my god.
Backup quarterbacks for both teams in this one.
Colt McCoy, who I think I say this every time, but I'm absolutely floored he's still playing football. Because I remember I first heard about this kid in the 2009 national championship game playing for Texas. He gets hurt. Alabama goes on to win, obviously. But the fact this dude's still out there.
36.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, shout out to this dude, giving all us old guys hope that you can just still be out and baller.
Yeah, I mean, He's good for one win every season. 1-1 this year, 1-1 last year, 1-1 for the Giants the year before that.
Hey, man. It's consistency.
He's been in the league since 2010. Wow.
Man, LA sucks so bad. Shout out, this game was actually at 100% capacity, though. But, I mean, I guess Arizona's not too far of a drive. And
I find that hard to believe, but maybe it's just LA is more of... Well, no, I don't find that hard to believe because LA, it'll be filled, but it won't be filled with fans of the team.
You think some of the people are just showing up to see a game?
Yeah, because there's a lot of celebrities and stuff that show up. It's they say it's never a home game for LA teams.
That's when they do.
Fans will travel to LA for it.
Yeah, that's true.
People in LA will just show up because it's we're the wealthy LA people. Let's go to a football game to show our connections and shit.
Yeah, probably a lot of fans see that as like a two-for thing. Go out to LA for a vacation, see the football game. Yeah, that makes sense.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Still, fuck LA and fuck the Rams. So.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be pulling all the teams out of LA with your presidential run. So.
Oh, well, with the Rams, day one, back to St. Louis. Day one.
Oh, that's very based to me. Because the St. Louis football fans, they deserve to have a team.
They really do. And with the XFL coming up, obviously, very excited to see a team back in St. Louis for that. So that's going to be great.
Finally, Sunday Night Football. Niners, Chargers. I mean, Niners win. They've got a pretty stacked team.
I didn't watch this game. I didn't watch this game.
Yeah, it wasn't a very exciting game, so I don't blame you. It's Sunday night.
Yeah.
Niners have a stacked team. They're pretty much guaranteed. I mean, I guess they're second in the division right now, but I feel like with how stacked their team is, as long as they don't get hurt, they'll probably go on a run.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty much going to be Kenneth, Jimmy G keep them going, which he does almost every year. So I'm pretty certain they'll make the playoffs. Will they go all the way? Who knows? Good luck with Trey Lance next year.
I forgot about
Don't
Trey
forget
Lance.
He's on the team. And
no, I did my best to forget, but you just reminded me, and it's funny still. So.
All right, and then looking at next week, we got Titans Packers in Lambeau again.
Could be interesting.
Could be interesting. The Titans are not a very good team. They're pretty much wholly reliant on Derrick Henry to do anything for them. Sunday we have Bears Falcons. Oh my lord, who the hell cares?
Yeah, seriously.
Browns Bills. The Bills should win this one, but they keep turning the ball over and they'll fuck around and lose this somehow. So
honestly, losing to the Browns, I know it won't ruin their season outright, but morally,
it honestly puts them pretty deep though. Like
that's true.
They're going to be competing for one of the last wild card spots if they do lose to the Browns. Yeah. Eagles Colts. I mean, obviously the Eagles should lose this game, but they also just lost to the Commanders. So. And the Colts are pretty hyped up with their new head coach. So
yeah, that's actually an interesting dynamic then. Like what wins out? Hyped up new coach or Eagles trying to bounce back?
And I will say, like, on paper, the Colts have a very good team. It's just they've not been playing good. So maybe those players, they're like 11 Pro Bowlers I have actually show up to give the Eagles 2 losses in a row.
Yeah, maybe.
Jets Patriots. This one's gonna be a bit of shit bowl. Patriots favored by 3. Jets have a very good defense, but they have Zach Wilson at quarterback. In my opinion, Mac Jones is the better quarterback, of course.
And that's interesting because I mean, it just seems like the Patriots are just like very quietly out there, like just kind of trudging away. Not great, not terrible, but just kind of out there.
Yeah, I mean, their problem is they're in one of the best divisions in football this year. Yeah. So, like, all those divisional games, and they got to play the Bills and the Dolphins. They're probably going to lose most of that. And then the Jets are like a toss-up. So, no, they did beat the Jets 2 weeks ago with Mac Jones at the helm. So let's give it to that was on the road in Jet Stadium too. So you know what? We'll give it to Mac Jones and the boys. They'll get this done.
Yeah.
Rams Saints.
Hear me out.
Who the hell cares? But,
Hear me out.
All right, I'll hear you out.
Hear me out. Hashtag tank for Bryce.
Ooh.
Hmm?
Let me look at the current standing.
I mean,
League
they're one of them.
Saints are current. Well, so here's the problem in that actually. The Saints don't have a first round pick this year.
God damn, fucking forgot about that. God damn it. Oh my God. I forgot all about that, dude.
Yeah, the Eagles have the Saints pick.
Why? Why? Okay, I don't. Okay, all right.
I don't know, some trade they made.
Someone's got to be like. All right, second action as president of the United States, find out who made that trade and have them executed.
Let me find out the trade.
Please do, because there's got to be a good reason. I mean, I can't let myself believe that there's someone that stupid in the front office. I can't. I just like the Saints are my team, man. I'm a good old Southern boy. I love my Saints, love the fleur-de-lis, love New Orleans-ish. I just can't bring myself to believe that there's someone that fucking stupid. I just... Because... So what, are they betting the whole thing on Jameis then? Is that the play? Is like, yeah, Jameis is our guy. We're never going to need to replace him, so let's give away like 40 years worth of picks.
Looks like they traded for 2 first rounds in the most recent draft for one of that round's firsts and next year's first. So I guess they traded away the future for who the fuck knows.
Okay. All right. So
I think one of those picks was like Chris Olave.
I mean, that's not a terrible pick, but oh, hello. Rip. Suck. Dude, just fucking... You good, bro?
My Discord crashed when I clicked on Beefy. I guess I won't do that anymore.
Oh, yeah, then let's not do that. Yeah, no, Chris Olave is not a terrible pick, but...
No, he's been pretty good. I think Chris Olave would look great with a proper quarterback throwing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like... So what's the plan then? Like, hope someone good still left in the second round next year and pick them up?
Right, and there's a lot of needy quarterback teams. So
yeah,
the Saints are looking a bit rough.
That seemed real short-sighted. So whatever, man. Whatever.
Hey, though, the Saints are favored against the Rams.
Yeah, so was Alabama against Tennessee and LSU. So.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm. Lions-Giants.
Lions-Giants. Now,
You having a stroke? I think my man's died. It's very concerning when he just goes, and then stops talking. And he's gone again. Is he okay? What is going on with my man? You good?
oh,
You good?
yeah, my computer's freaking out. All my Chrome tabs are crashing and shit.
All right, well let's wrap this up then. Let's power through this.
Yeah, hold on. My games tab is. I keep crashing with an out of memory error.
Oh. No, that was happening to me earlier this year, remember? It was not fun. The worst part of that is, fucking everything runs on Chromium these days. So if one Chrome starts crashing, they're all going to start crashing. So. All right, well then, moment for technical difficulty, ladies and gentlemen. Do we even have like a standby screen? I don't. So I'll just keep talking then.
All right.
Oh, okay. No, he's good. All right.
Let's run through these.
Pop off.
Giants Lions in Giants Stadium. Obviously, I want the Giants to win. I'm kind of scared of the Lions, even though I shouldn't be. We'll get the dub. Panthers Ravens. Obviously, Ravens should win that. Panthers fucking suck. Who cares? Commanders Texans. It's a literal dog shit game.
Oh, yeah, that's not getting watched. Yeah, that's not getting watched.
Same with Raiders Broncos.
Yeah, for real. Cowboys Vikings. Holy shit.
Cowboys Vikings could be a very good game.
Could be.
Cowboys are favored by 1 point, despite how dominant the Vikings were.
Right.
Or despite how dominant Justin Jefferson was. Yeah, I don't know how that game will go. I could see any of the teams winning it. I think the Vikings will probably win it.
It's going to be a good Tony Romo commentated game. Going to be good to see.
Here's where our first Sunday Night Football flex happened, which is a little bit contra that this happened, but obviously, Patty Mahomes is who everyone loves. So the Bengals Steelers was originally Sunday Night Football. Now it's 4:25, 3:25, whatever your time slot is. Joe Burrow versus Steelers. Yeah, I like the Bengals to win this. They've been, let's see, how they had the bye this week. Yeah, they've been playing pretty hot the past few weeks, except for I don't know if Jamar Chase is back. I feel like that's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see any quick answer, so I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, Sunday night, Chiefs Chargers. The Chiefs will probably win. Sometimes the Chargers play them well, so could be a good game. I'm not convinced that'll be a better game than Bengals Steelers, but I guess we'll find out in a week.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Well, Monday night.
Oh, you're gonna do.
I guess we can skip Monday night.
Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait either way because
I mean, it doesn't matter. The Niners are gonna beat the shit out of the Card.
Yeah, it's fucking cares. So you're talking about Colt McCoy being in. Is Kyler Murray hurt, or did he just say "fucking"? I want to play COD.
He is hurt. I forget what the injury was.
It's all awful convenient timing, though.
Shocker. Kyler Murray is hurt. Hamstring injury.
Oh, that physical specimen? How could he be? Oh, no.
That dude's gotten hurt literally every year and missed games, so.
Yeah.
Big shocker.
Hate to see it. Well, next week.
That he's hurt right when Warzone's about to come out.
Yeah, well, how convenient. Yeah, so next week, kind of not too exciting. College is gonna be really boring, but whatever. I'm thinking, what was that? I think I'm thinking chili next week. I think chili.
Very bold. I got some spicy Italians for tomorrow night.
Very nice.
And some glizzies.
I'm gonna redo the bisque without crab. I'm gonna do chicken in it this time. I'm gonna do a chicken corn bisque later this week. Unrelated, but man, we're getting late in the season, aren't we, bud? I just noticed when I was typing up the thumbnail, week 11, week 10.
Kind of hate to see it already, but
yeah, but
football.
I've always said this about the great thing about football is that you can never be too sad about it winding down, because as it's winding down, the holidays start winding up. So you can't be too upset. So, all right, well, another week in the books. Hopefully next week we can be on Sunday night. Hopefully I get a little call this week. Not excited or not optimistic. I did say that if I don't get it this week, it's not great for next week, because next week is always Thanksgiving week. So that's not looking great. But it is what it is. See everyone here same time. Well, no, not same time. Same time-ish, different day. Sunday. Say good night, bud.
Good night.